Everybody has dreams of cool, flush redstone doors that work. They have buttons, they have levers, sometimes they hide the redstone, sometimes the redstone's on display, and that's the beauty of it. A 3x3 piston door like this has been on the market for a very long time for both the lever version as well as the actual button version. The only problem with this redstone door is it's not very consistent. If you come over to this other spot where I have generated the same exact door here, and we'll even put this lever here to, be consistent. The unfortunate truth about this redstone door is it's not consistent at all. And a lot of YouTubers put up this redstone video and cut out the part where it actually breaks and it doesn't work. Now I thought maybe this is just directional. Maybe it's something that if you put it in the wrong direction, then it just breaks. So I made one on the same exact direction as the one that's down at the bottom of the world, and it just continues to break. And that is true until, I made some changes. This is the same thing with the button one as well. It doesn't matter if you're using a button, it doesn't matter if you're using a lever, it'll still break. So I've made some changes to this redstone, and I've actually gotten it to work on both realms, servers, and just regular Bedrock worlds consistently. Now, it's not pretty by any means, and I'm sure other redstone gurus and geniuses out there can go ahead and make this far better than I ever could. But the swaps that I've made is actually slowing it down a little bit. But most importantly is it works flawlessly every single time. So the biggest changes that I made was actually getting rid of this observer dropper combination and just replacing it with standard redstone. That seems to have slowed it down a lot. The only problem with that is I've also added on this tail to it, because that wasn't actually getting it to fully work. It'll get stuck, and you'll see right here how this lever doesn't actually make all of the piston components work. So then I started getting this one to work, and we could do that by testing just this and just putting a bit of redstone back here. So you see it opens fully, but then it doesn't retract fully. So what we're getting now is this bottom one is firing, and this top one, this middle row here, wasn't firing at all. So went back to the drawing board, messed around with some timing circuits, and now it works flawlessly. Every single time, it doesn't matter where in the world this is, it'll work. Now, again, I am 99% sure that any redstone guru can do this a lot better than I have here. And you can slow down the video and take a look at it and see exactly how I've made the changes. Or if you really want a tutorial on this, I could definitely make one for you. I would love for somebody to make this even more compact than I have. And I'm sure there's even 3x3 doors that work. I just know I saw a lot of comments on this one particular video that I'll link in the description down below, saying that the sand breaks or the concrete breaks. And this works with any sort of falling block, so gravel, sand, concrete powder, etc. And of course, you can put a button on here as well. I'll actually show you how to do that quickly. You just come over here, and you can do it on the other side as well. It works better on like the 4x4s, the 4x3s as opposed to 3x3s, because it sticks out a little bit further on this end. So I usually just come around to the other side. And you just do a sticky piston facing down, your observer facing out. You want to put a redstone torch right here as opposed to where it is on here on the other side of it. Now you want to go ahead and take your two hoppers facing into that block, break that block, face it into each other. You want to come right up here, place a redstone dust there. Temporary blocks, we need to go grab a comparator. Comparator, where are you, friend? There's our comparator. Place a comparator there. You can destroy this block, you don't necessarily need it. And you want to drag this line here. And most importantly, you want to make sure it ends up here. That's all that really matters. So I typically end up doing is something like this. Now you're going to need a redstone dust here, and you're going to need a repeater there. And then this way, when you go ahead and hit a button, it actually relays the signal. And I forgot to put something in the actual hopper, so you want to make sure you have one item in the hopper. It has to be a stackable item. And there's the opening. And there's the closing. Still not breaking. Like I said, it's not winning any sort of like races, and it's also not going to be the most compact thing in the world. And again, I'm sure this could be made way more compact than it already is. I literally just drew it together and was like, I was working on a server, and the door that I had built using this design was not working. And I was getting frustrated, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to troubleshoot it. And then I created this guy on the whim. And again, you don't need this block either. It is completely under the ground too, which is cool. You could even have this ground layer, so you don't have to worry about seeing any of the redstone. So even though it is big and compact and ugly, it's one of those things that you're probably not ever going to see. And again, that works the same as this one down here. Same concept. It's just one of those things where, you know, you have to push out a little bit because of the extra added on redstone. I hope this guy helps you a little bit in terms of your redstone. If your redstone door is working, this one did not work at all. This is another design that's just a mess everywhere. But yeah, so I hope this helps you guys out a little bit if you're having problems with your redstone door. I know it's super frustrating seeing these videos online and then you're like, oh, this doesn't work. Well, there's a perfect cut to show you exactly that it works and then it doesn't. But yeah, so this is the most important thing, I think. It's just having one that's working, whether it's ugly or not. Again, it's under the door. I mean, it's under the ground, so, you know. Sorry if this is kind of like mumbo-jumboed as well. I don't mean mumbo-jumbo to YouTuber. I mean like mumbo-jumbo in terms of like what I'm saying. I literally just finished this, and I was like, I need to share this, because I know a lot of people were saying that this door doesn't work. And it does. It just needs some tinkering. And it works on servers, it works on realms. Obviously, this is a solo world. If you guys want a tutorial, I can show you a tutorial on how to build it step by step. I can also show you working on an actual realm if you want to see that just for proof. But this is it. It's super easy to fix. Again, if you want a step-by-step tutorial, I'll happily do it. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on twitch.tv for our daily streams. I look forward to seeing you guys. Bye, everybody.